All right, it's the end of the first day of the Open Test. Sebastien Bourdais, you were about middle of the field. Why are we even talking to this guy? He's not fast.
Well,
What? No, we're not middle of the field. We're like 6 or something.
Were you?
yeah.
All right.
He has potential.
He-
We've heard he has potential.
He slept 1 hour, so I
know, yeah.
I wouldn't listen much to what he says anyways.
So what did we learn today, other than I'm an idiot and I need more rest, this afternoon? Lots of playing with the car. You turn a lot of laps. Got some tow laps in. We saw folks running together. What do you go home with tonight that you didn't know this morning?
The usual deal at Indy, you know nothing until race day comes, pretty much. I think the new car behaves fine. Just trying to understand how it works. Kept going at right heights and different bits and trim the car and understand what's good, what's bad, and making progress. Just trying to understand. Really, that's all we've been trying to do. We've spent most of the day running alone, trying to collect data. So kind of a boring day, but the kind of day that you need to spend and have to be able to feel like, okay, we might actually start to understand a few things here and prepare for the long week ahead.
Seb, is it like last year, 2 turns of front wing? Is it the same on this car? Is it completely different? Is every whole new thing? Can anything you learned last year be applied to this year?
Well, I mean, we're not even. I don't even know. Craig's just doing all the math. We're just talking like percentages of center of pressure. So yeah, for me, I don't even know what the 1 turn or whatever. We haven't gotten there yet. And he's been gathering and refining what a turn actually does, because between whatever the manufacturer tells you and the wind tunnel tells you and the track tells you,
Those are all different things.
it actually turns out pretty different. So I think we're just gonna have to pick one and just stick with it. But I mean, it's all relative values. You just, as a driver, you're just trying to understand. Okay, for me, a turn or half a turn, that's about what it feels like on the racetrack, and that's all I really need to know.
Seb, are there any parts of this new Aero Kit, for the Speedway at least, that you would say is very sensitive to changes? Are there areas where you would say it's not very sensitive? And let's also maybe talk about how without the manufacturer Aero Kits, which had a million little pieces you could put on and try, you're limited this year, yeah?
There's not much. I mean, there's really not much. Like we were talking about this morning, there's basically for qualifying, it's going to be sidewalls and right heights and rear wing, which is going to dictate what you run at the front. And then for the race, you kind of have to pick your level of downforce as usual. And I'm not quite sure what that is. The car sucks up really good. Like I was shocked. We didn't have really good tires at the end, probably like 15, 20 laps. And I was, gosh, I don't know, 15 back or something, but there were like a few cars ahead and nobody was really close to one another, but all of a sudden, man, I was on top of 6th gear and I hadn't seen 6th gear the whole day.
Wow.
So it's surprising, but then the thing is, how do you stay flat and make the corner? That's the difference. So every car is different, every package is different, and I think this one feels like it might create a little bit more speed fluctuation, maybe a bit, I don't know. I mean, it all depends what we end up running in the race.
Sure.
And right now, we ended up on the low side, probably not even realistic kind of race levels, because you'd get really quick at the end of the straight, but then the corner becomes a bigger challenge that you want it to be. So I don't know. We just have a lot of questions. It's like all these days you come out of here and you have more questions than answers, it seems like. So I don't know. They'll figure it out, and I'm pretty happy. The car feels good, and we didn't have any scares or any really big contradictions through the day.
Code browns, code yellows?
No underwear change, nothing like
good.
that.
That's good.
So yeah.
When you guys go by, I'm like, okay, why is the rear wing on? It doesn't. There's nothing to the reir wing. Is there going to be any adjustment? Can you touch it? Are there any adjustments you can do? It's so tiny.
Yeah, it's basically another front wing, really. That's what it feels like. It's actually almost backwards. It feels like the front wing is at the back, but it definitely is a tuning tool. It doesn't. It takes downforce away. It doesn't really do a heck of a lot more than that.
It takes downforce away. That's good. No, not necessarily.
Robin, you spoke with Tony Kanaan, who was fastest today. What kind of feedback did he give you about, obviously put up, a 225 or so?
Well, he said 226, but he said
quick.
He had the fastest. He had the fastest non-tow lap, which was 223, and it was like he made sure he was by himself when he did it. That's what he said he was going for. What he said was he felt like the car was faster in a straightaway.
Well, his car is definitely fast because I can't do a 223 something on an auto lap right now. I mean, not even if we take all the bits of the thing. So we did a 21.5, and you know, we put that car together. You know, that Sealmaster Honda 18 was put together as a brand new car, and you know, I can't say that we give it all the love we got, but I mean, right now I don't see us doing a low 23 like that, so we'll have to work. But yeah, I can see why TK is saying like, oh geez, man, that thing's pretty darn fast.
But it didn't feel to you like it was 20 mile an hour faster in a straight line?
No, I mean, you know, speeds are relatively comparable to what we've seen in the past. I mean, it's a need and an expectation from IndyCar. We can't, you know, just go out there and expect to turn 250 and be like, oh yeah, this is a great idea, you know. Yeah, I mean, then, you know, obviously every mile an hour you go faster, the potential of catastrophic consequences are increasing. So nobody really wants to go there, and but obviously we'll go faster when we put the boost in and trim the cars. I don't think we'll be quite as fast as we were last year, just because those bumpers were damn efficient. It's really difficult.
They weren't pretty, but they helped reduce
drag.
Yeah,
because like, you know, the flow of the back of the car was, you know, getting back and really blending and protecting the rear tires and everything. So it was very efficient, and I think, you know, we might hit 230, but I don't think we'll do, you know, 233 or whatever like that. So, but mind you, I mean, if you see, when we're gonna get some toes on Fast Friday, that some guys might be popping some strong numbers, because it definitely seems like it's towing pretty good.
Just remember this. A lot of people didn't know much about you, but between your toughness and your comeback and the fact that you do this with us and the fact that you made one of the greatest passes in the history of racing, and...
Hang on. Is it a pass or is it not a pass? Because last I heard, it was not a pass.
We count it as a pass.
All right.
Yes, it's a
But
pass.
Give me that.
I think you'd be surprised how many Sebastien Bourdais fans you've made just in the last 6 months.
Yeah,
we can tell from the...
We don't like you still, but other people.
Yeah, but fans, you've made... I don't, you know, you don't probably care about that, but it's amazing the feedback that we get from people.
No, it's I mean, it's awesome. I mean, I think a lot of people really didn't know me because I'm not particularly, you know...
Interesting.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. You say it.
No, you're blunt. That's why we like you.
Yeah, but, you know, a lot of the times I think in my past, the situations I was in, or I don't know, maybe I changed a little bit. Honestly, I wouldn't know, but I think people had the preconceived idea of me and just kind of, you know, thought I wasn't genuine, or maybe I was just...
Oh, they thought you were genuine. No. They just didn't think you were happy. But I think in the last 6 months they've said, not only has this guy shown us how bad he wants to keep racing, he's going for it. He probably should be first or second in the points. And I think that's what the whole thing they like about you, is the fact that you still got this great drive and this great spirit, and you're willing to put up with fools like us on the internet.
I mean, that's what racing's all about. I think it's all about, you know,
fools on the internet.
Well, having fun and you know, living from your passion and being, you know, doing your passion pretty much every day, and it's just it's a great feeling. And yeah, I mean, I really enjoy myself. I enjoy working with the group I kind of put together, and you know, maybe it tends to make me a little happier than I was before. So.
All right,
just get your kid a golf club, no race cars,
yeah.
or a tennis racket.
Yeah, we'll talk about that.
Okay.
He actually put his butt in a go-kart for the very first time this weekend, but it's okay. We got some, you know, we're taking it easy. So
rules.
Yeah.
All right, so from Indy Open Test Day 1, I'm hamburger. That's French fry. That's bacon.
I'm fried bacon.
You're pork tenderloin.
I'm bad. I got the worst diet in America.
He's got the
best.
meat.
He's got the meat.
All right.
Thanks for watching.
We better go. We're talking about meat.